if somebody is missing it. Okay, good morning and welcome back to the class. I was just discussing on the vacation from next week, and hence we will not have classes for 2 weeks after this. So we are almost through our chapter on quadrilaterals. I hope you have seen the previous video where I have discussed some problems. Very selective problems I have discussed. Today, if possible, I have 2-3 more problems I have in my mind which I want to discuss with you. If everything works out fine, I introduce the activity also and complete this problem. We will be through the chapter on quadrilaterals. So what I will do is by Saturday, I'll try to send a link for a quizzes. Let us complete a quiz on quadrilaterals and then go for vacation. Maybe I will keep the quiz open. If I give it to you tomorrow, maybe I can keep the quiz open till Sunday evening. So complete it and then we will meet after the vacation. So we have to start with the practical geometry after the vacation. So in case you have not completed any of the activity that you were supposed to do, or you have not completed your notes regarding the chapters that we have already done, please see that you complete all these in this next 2 weeks, because this is a golden opportunity. You're getting a gap of 2 weeks. Please see that you complete all your work, because after the vacation we may not go in this speed, we may be a little more faster. All right. Now, because there was lots of confusion with the 6th, 8th, I was managing both the classes. Now, the 6th, I have given it to the trainees. That's why I have retained you with me, because we started a little late. So, we have to make up the syllabus after the vacation. So, see that during the vacation, you complete all the pending work, whether it is with respect to the classwork, whether it with respect to the activities that you have to complete, or the quiz that you have to take up. I don't know if some of you have missed the quizzes that were given before. Please let me know so that I can keep all the quizzes open together so that you can complete them and then get back after the vacation. I want you to speak if you have done all the quizzes so far. How many have I given you? I can't remember.
I'm only one quiz, ma'am.
Only one we have
One
done
month.
so far, is it? Okay. I get confused because I have 6th, 9th, sorry, the 6th, 8th, and the 10th. So in that case, I will reopen that quiz which was done previously. Was that on quadrilaterals itself or on linear equations?
Ma'am,
Linear equation.
Linear equation.
Is there anybody who was not able to attend the quiz? If all of you have attended, then I don't have a
Ma'am,
problem.
I had attended it offline, ma'am.
Offline. So I will do one
Ma'am,
thing.
I
Now
also.
when I open, yeah, tell me. Yes.
Ma'am, I also attended in offline.
Okay, if you have done it offline, it's not a big issue, but at least you have attended it. If you want me to keep it open again so that you also get your scores, I think I will keep it open. Now you have to tell me. Both the quizzes, maybe I will keep it open till Sunday for the benefit of those who were not able to attend it online. And I don't know if some of you have not even attended, not knowing that it was there. So I'll do one thing. The previous quiz, to keep it open, it's not a problem for me because that's already loaded for me in my account. Apart from that, I will open a quiz for the quadrilaterals. Both of them, please try to complete it by Sunday. All right. So during the vacation time, complete your classworks. I hope you are getting all the videos that are supposed to be viewed by you, because it is prepared by me only. I'm utilizing it for you. All right. Because anyway, you're going to look at me only, whether I do it as an online class or record it as a video and give it to you. So those are ones which I have selectively done. Keep your video off only. When I ask you, you can switch it on. All right, so we will go on with the activity that we have to complete. Now you may be having your textbooks in front of you, because one of the activity is what is suggested in the textbook. So open your textbook. Maybe the procedure I shall share it with you. I'll click the photograph of an old record and send it to you. Now the activity is very much present in page number 52. Turn to page number 52 in your textbook. I shall show it here also in the record as how you have to do it. Are you in page number 52? Please keep your textbooks with you when you come for the class. There's no need to run now to bring the textbook. Some of you, I don't know if you have gone away. Yeah, if you're speaking, you have to unmute your audio and speak to me, because it is showing somebody is speaking, but I'm not hearing anything. Yeah, the activity is to make a kite and a rhombus. by a simple paper folding activity. Now, how you have to make your kite and the rhombus? It is very simple. It is the symmetry that we are going to use. See, finally, your product will look like this. What is this figure? This is a polygon with 4 sides. So it is a quadrilateral.
Kite.
Which special
Ma'am,
kind
your
of
voice is
quadrilateral
breaking.
this? What's the name, special name for this quadrilateral?
Kite.
Yeah, it's a kite. How did you identify it is a kite? Two adjacent
Ma'am,
sides.
the towards sides
will
are
be
equal.
All right. When two adjacent sides are equal, then the four-sided polygon is given a special name called as the kite. Now we are going to make this kite in this activity by a simple paper folding activity. Also, we will be making this figure again. This is another quadrilateral. Another special
Rhombus.
quadrilateral. Yeah, it is a rhombus. It is
Ma'am,
very
rhombus.
evident because all the 4 sides are equal. All the 4 sides are equal. I can call it a square also. Why do you think I call this a rhombus?
Ma'am, in this angles need not be equal.
They will not be right angles. All right. Only the opposite angles will be equal and they will not form right angles. If all the 4 sides of a polygon or a quadrilateral are equal and all the 4 angles are also 90 degrees, only then we can call it a square. So all these properties, please learn it properly. That is why I have shown it in the GeoGebra also to you. How a parallelogram has transformed into a rhombus, how a parallelogram has transformed to become a rectangle, how it has transformed to become a square. All this using the app, it is very easy to show, which I have shown you. Also, now please write down the properties of the various parallelograms. It is clearly shown in your textbook itself in page number 56. Otherwise, you can refer back to my video. I have given all the properties of all the special varieties of parallelograms. I have listed them one after another. So if you have not prepared your notes based on the properties of various kinds of quadrilateral, please do it quickly. When you get time in the vacation, please complete it. You can always go back and view the video and get all the information that you want. All right. In case you have been a little careless and you are lagging behind preparing your notes, please complete all these activities in this 2 weeks gap, which is going to be a great boon for you. All right. Now, these are the 2 figures that we have to create using a paper folding. I'll just show you how you have to do it. See, take a rectangular piece of paper like this. I've just used the ordinary ruled sheet with me. It's a rectangular piece of paper. I'll make a 2-fold of it. I've just made exactly 2-fold. That is, I'm going to use the concept of symmetry to create a kite first and then a rhombus. All right. So I make 2 folds of my rectangular sheet like this maybe. Then, because there is a fold here, see, I have folded my paper like this. There is a fold in this edge. So what I will do is I'll mark a point somewhere in the center and I will draw 2 lines like this. One will be a longer one, the other one will be a shorter one. All right. And when I cut it along like this and open it up, what do you think I will get? It is showing 1/2 of a quadrilateral. When I cut this along the line that I have drawn, and when I open it up, what do you think I'll get?
Shape of kite.
Yes, you will get a quadrilateral which is in the shape of a kite. Now, instead of marking it like this as 2 sides of different lengths, suppose I make another sheet with 2 folds like this. I fold it like this. Instead of making it like this, I will draw equal sides. And when I open it up, what should I get? Will I again get a kite?
No, ma'am, rhombus.
You will get a rhombus. So this is the first activity that you will do. So once you cut open, you see the fold is here, the crease is made here. And when I open it up, I'll get a beautiful kite like this. Similarly, the second sheet of paper, take a different color sheet, make a fold and cut, means you will draw 2 sides which are of equal length. And when you cut it open, you will get it like this. So it's a very simple activity. It is by a paper folding activity that you are able to build a kite and a rhombus. When the adjacent sides are equal, then it is a kite. When all the 4 sides mutually become equal, then that quadrilateral becomes a rhombus. All right. We have used our knowledge of symmetry. That means if a figure is having a line symmetry like this, suppose this is the line, on both the left and the right side, I have the same kind of image. So such a figure is said to have a line symmetry. You would have studied this in your class 7. That's the idea I'm using here. That's why I made 2 folds of that paper. On the full paper, I have 2 fold ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Full paper na ತಗೊಂಡು 2 fold ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. And along the fold, see this is the crease where I have created the fold. Then I have drawn equal sides. And when I cut it like this and open it up, ಈ ಕಡೆನೂ ಅದೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. I'll get it like this. Sorry. Can you see? The other half will also be exactly the same. So I have used the idea of symmetry to make the rhombus and the kite. That is one activity that we have to do. I shall send these pages to you. The procedure is there. This page I shall click and send it to you. Please complete it in your record. So that was your first activity. The second activity is to show that properties of diagonals of a square, rectangle, parallelogram, and a rhombus. We are going to examine how do the diagonals of a parallelogram, of a rectangle, of a square, and a rhombus, how do they behave differently? Are they going to be the same? You have 4 different varieties of parallelograms that we have discussed. The first one is the parallelogram itself. After the parallelogram, we have moved on to the rhombus. Then from the rhombus, we could move on to the rectangle. Then finally, we reach the square. So all these are special varieties of quadrilaterals because all of them are 4-sided polygons. Now they differ because of few properties based on either their sides or their angles or their diagonals. Okay. So this is what we have discussed so far in our chapter. Now we are going to see how we can measure their diagonals to show that they are different varieties of quadrilaterals. The first one you will take is the parallelogram. You will make 2 copies of identical parallelograms. How do you get 2 identical parallelograms in a single cut? Think and tell me. Of the same color, you must get 2 identical parallelograms. Only once you cut, you get perfectly 2 parallelograms. Just now I have discussed about symmetry.
Symmetry by using the symmetry.
Before you cut, make 2 folds of your paper. So whatever you are cutting on the top sheet will be cut at the bottom also. So what you will do is, suppose you take one color sheet, construct a parallelogram there. How do I construct a parallelogram very easily? Without really struggling. I want to make a parallelogram. How do I do it? Why most of you are quiet? I don't know. Aren't you? Okay, somebody is waiting there. They are simply waiting there, doing nothing. Very simple to construct a parallelogram. You take your ruler, that is your edges of your ruler. You keep it on the color sheet, the top and the bottom. If you draw 2 parallel lines, you will get. Similarly, turn over the ruler, keep it lengthwise, you can cut like this. Or you should know how to slide your ruler in such a way that there is no angulation. I leave it to you. Otherwise, trace it from your textbook itself. Not a very difficult job. Tracing from your textbook where parallelograms are drawn very nicely there. You can trace it from there. All right. Otherwise, use your skill, your edges, any edge like this. See, these are parallel. I'm just showing you our mobile. I'm just drawing the top and the bottom edge. If I keep it on the paper like this and take the top and the bottom edge, I'll get 2 parallel edges. But these will not make it a parallelogram because that has to be tilted a little. So here what will you do? You can keep another rectangle like this, maybe with an angulation, and then draw the 2 edges. Where you get the intersect point between the horizontal parallels and the vertical parallels, you will get a parallelogram. So there are very such easy methods in which you can draw a parallelogram. So after you draw the parallelogram, you are going to check the lengths of the diagonals. It is not by simply measuring that you are going to do. You can see some strips of paper pasted here. Can you see
Yes,
that?
ma'am.
That's a white and there is a purple colored strip. It's not very easy to cut such strips easily. Do you agree?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
ಇಷ್ಟು ತಿನ್ನಾಗಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಿಪ್ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ತುಂಬಾ ಕಷ್ಟ. But ಇದು ರೆಡಿಮೇಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಸಿಗತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ಏನು ಅಂತ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯು ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ವಾಟ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್? ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಬೀನ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಇನ್ ಯೋರ್ ಕ್ರಾಫ್ಟ್. ಥಿಂಕ್. You don't do any craft work, is it? Actually, this idea was given by my children. Actually, I was telling them to cut strips like this. They came out with an idea. They told, ma'am, we have ready-made strips like this. You have not seen such things? You know what is a quilling sheet?
Paper.
Yes, ma'am.
This is a quilling sheet only. What do you make with them?
Ma'am, we can make earrings.
Good. See, that is the quilling sheet I'm talking about. So these are quilling sheets of two different colors. I've just purchased. You get it as a strip. I hope you have purchased them and used them. All right. So instead of cutting strips like this, you get them. Illi ittu illi varge measure ಮಾಡಿ cut ಮಾಡಿ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದು. You know, this is the diagonal for the second diagonal of the parallelogram. Just keep it along, cut this length. Now I see I've kept them adjacent to one another. Definitely the purple one is longer than the white one. I don't know if you're seeing the white one is below. Okay, so here you are showing in a parallelogram the diagonals are not equal. They are of different lengths. When you take a rhombus also, see, the diagonals are not equal. They are of two different lengths. Then we go to the third kind of quadrilateral, which is the rectangle. Can you see? The two diagonals in two different quilling sheets are taken. They are exactly equal in length. Similarly, when you take the square, you can see the diagonals are of equal length. So this is the second part of the activity. The diagonals are not equal in a parallelogram and a rhombus because the lengths are different. Can you see? But when you come to the square and the rectangle, you are seeing that the diagonals are equal. So this procedure part, I shall send it to you just after the class. Complete this activity before you get back for the reopening of the school. All right. So this much I wanted to do in the last class itself, which I have almost carried it over to this class. Now we will go on with our problems that I wanted to discuss, a few more of them. Some of them I'm picking up from the exercise also. Now I'll get back to the board. Please do these problems in your classwork itself. Before that, have you written down all the properties of the 4 or 5 varieties of quadrilaterals in your classwork? Or you're yet?
Yes, ma'am.
You've written it down. For the benefit of those who have not written it down so far, one by one, quickly I shall tell the properties. Please write it down. Those who have already written, please see if you have listed all the properties that I have said. All right. Now let us go on. I'll just tell you the properties. You can see if you have written it down. So first we will start with the parallelogram. So we have to discuss regarding its sides, its angles and its diagonals. Whenever you discuss the property of any quadrilateral, these 3 aspects you have to talk about. So first, parallelogram, please write it down. Properties of a parallelogram. If you have already written, at least draw the figure there. Whenever we discuss properties of any kinds of quadrilaterals, please see that you draw the figure also. So you are able to visualize the picture and you are able to tell the properties. First one, properties of a parallelogram. The first property. Those who have written, if you can tell, it will be very good. Yes, you can start one by one if you have already written.
Ma'am, opposite sides are parallel.
Opposite sides are parallel. Please write down. The first point you will say is that opposite sides will be parallel. What can you tell about the opposite sides apart from being parallel? What else?
Ma'am, they're always of equal
Yes,
length.
they are equal and parallel. If you can write it as 1 point, fine. Otherwise, you can write it as opposite sides are equal. Opposite sides are also parallel. Third one. Third property of a parallelogram. Come on, you cannot be like
Ma'am,
this.
adjacent angles are supplementary.
Very good. The adjacent angles will be supplementary. That means they will sum up to 180 degrees. Adjacent angles are supplementary. Fourth point, with respect to the opposite angles. How do the opposite angles of a parallelogram behave? Opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. Opposite angles are equal adjacent angles are supplementary. My dear children, you are not viewing the video properly. You are not trying to understand things. Don't think again and again this chapter will be done. It's a very important chapter and I have discussed all this in the video. Please go through the video if you have not gone through it properly. All right. So we have listed all the properties. The first one, opposite sides are equal and parallel. Second one, the adjacent angles are supplementary. That means they sum up to 180 degrees. The opposite angles are equal. Fourth one, with respect to the diagonals, just now I have shown it to you in the activity. What can you tell about the diagonals of a parallelogram?
Diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other.
Bisect each other and moreover they are not equal. One will be longer, the other one will be shorter. So opposite angles, diagonals of a parallelogram are unequal, but they bisect each other. They are making two equal halves of each other. AC will bisect BD and BD will bisect AC. All right. So I hope you got all the points. This is how you have to remember the properties. Otherwise, you can't use the properties in the problems. Please hurry up. The next one. The rhombus. I'm deliberately not drawing the figure on the board. I thought you people would have done all this. Okay, the rhombus. Again, it's a special variety of quadrilateral. What is that speciality?
Ma'am, it has all properties of a parallelogram.
Yes, it has got all the properties of a parallelogram and one extra property, which is making it different from a parallelogram. What is that?
Ma'am, diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular bisector of one another.
One another. And one more important property. In a parallelogram, only the opposite sides are equal. But in a rhombus,
all sides are equal.
all the sides are equal. So you have to write that first. First property, all the sides are equal. Second one, the diagonals are unequal, just like a parallelogram. One will be longer, one will be shorter. The diagonals are unequal and they are perpendicular bisectors of each other. That means they are not only bisecting each other, but they are making an angle of 90 degrees each with the other. So the second point you will write is the diagonals are unequal and perpendicular bisectors of each other. Perpendicular bisectors of each other. The extra thing is they make angle of 90 degrees with each other. They not only bisect, but they bisect in a perpendicular manner. All right. So this is the property for a rhombus. Now going to the next figure, which is the rectangle.
Ma'am, it's a parallelogram with equal angles.
Very good. It is a parallelogram with equal angles. So what can these equal angles be?
Ma'am,
They are
90
equal
degrees.
angles we have said, but what is the measure of each of the angle? That is the speciality of a rectangle.
Ma'am, 90 degree.
Yes, each one of them will be equal to 90 degrees. So a parallelogram in which all its angles are 90 degrees will become a rectangle. Now, because
and
the
diagonal
angles have
equal
become
length.
90 degrees, there will be changes in its diagonals also. In the case
Ma'am, they
of a
are equal length.
parallelogram, the diagonals were not equal. This is what we are seeing so far. Whether it is a rhombus or a parallelogram, the diagonals are not equal. Now, what happens when it becomes a rectangle? The diagonals are going to become equal. This is
Equal
the
length.
major shift from a parallelogram to a rectangle. In a parallelogram, that slanting line will be there. You will always see because none of the angles will be 90 degrees. But when that slant becomes straight like this, you have all the angles becoming 90 degrees, then that parallelogram has transformed into a rectangle. And because of this change in the angle, there are some changes which is happening in the diagonals also. In the case of a parallelogram, we have seen that the diagonals are not equal. But when it becomes a rectangle, because all the angles have now become exactly right angles, it will become the diagonals will become of equal length. So in the rectangle, you will say all the angles have become 90 degrees and the diagonals have become equal. And of course, the diagonals will bisect each other also, because anyway in the parallelogram, the bisection of the diagonals is still remaining. So that is a common property in the parallelogram, in the rhombus, and now in the rectangle also. The only shift is, apart from becoming unequal in the case of a parallelogram and rhombus, here in the rectangle, the diagonals will become equal. All right. Now the last one is the most special variety of quadrilateral, because it will have the properties of all these figures we have seen so far. It will have all the properties of parallelogram, it will have all the properties of a rhombus, and it will have all the properties of a rectangle. So it's very easy to guess the properties of a square. First thing, all the sides will be equal, all the angles will be 90 degrees, the diagonals will bisect each other, the diagonals will be equal to each other, and they will meet each other at 90 degrees also. Followed? So all the properties of all the figures we have seen so far will definitely be there in a particular quadrilateral, which we call the most special variety of quadrilateral, the square. All angles are equal, all sides are equal, diagonals bisect each other, diagonals are equal, and the diagonals intersect each other at 90 degrees. All the properties are there. All right. So these properties you should have written. Anyway, it is there in the video also, and it is there in your page number 56 in your textbook also. Now I think we have another, maybe I can move on for another 6 to 7 minutes. I have two problems which I thought I should discuss with you, because it is based on these properties. Yeah, I exactly have 10 minutes more. So I think I will do those two problems and then say a bye, because we are not going to meet for another 2 weeks. Okay. So I'm going back to the board now. Is the board visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am.
So I am taking one problem from exercise 3.3 in page number 51. Okay, I am looking at problem number 8, because it has something to do with the properties of the parallelogram. The following figures named as GUNS and RUNS are parallelograms. Find the values of X and Y. I will take up both of them there. I just put the diagram here. The 8th problem is what I am discussing, the first one. You may have to draw the diagram in your notebook. Please draw it very, very neatly. Don't draw any rough sketches or freehand sketches. Use your scales. GUNS is the first parallelogram. It is said it is a parallelogram. That means the opposite sides are equal and parallel is there. The property is already telling me. I have been given 3 sides. That is SN is 26, UN is 18, GU is 3y minus 1, and this is 3x. GS is 3x. So this is how the problem is given to me. I have to find out the two variables, that is x and y, in the given problem. Now, because it is already said that it is a parallelogram. In a parallelogram, the properties that I quickly can recall is that the opposite sides are parallel and they are equal also. So I can say, since GUNS is a parallelogram, that's the short way of writing parallelogram. All right, parallelogram, I know GS is equal to UN, opposite sides, and GU is equal to SN. The reason you will write the opposite sides of parallelogram, because they are the opposite sides of the parallelogram, they are equal. Now substitute the values here. GS is 3x. That is equal to your UN, which is 18. So you are getting a simple equation, 3x equals 18. Can you solve this? It will become x is equal to 18 by 3, or my x will become 6 centimeters. Right? See, it's very simple. Only this is possible because you know the property of a parallelogram that the opposite sides are equal. Now the next pair of opposite sides, you tell GU is 3y minus 1 and your SN is 26. So you substituted the values there. So 3y minus 1 is equal to 26. Again a simple equation. You can solve it to get the value of y. Transpose the negative y there. You get 3y equals negative 1 there. 26 plus 1. So 3y becomes 27, which means y is 27 by 3, and hence your value of y will become 9 centimeters. I hope that is simple. It's just solving that simple equation. Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am.
So we'll move on to the next one quickly. The second figure itself we shall take, because these are using the properties of parallelogram. I thought I should discuss this with you. The second one is RUNS. RUNS. Again the diagonals. SU and RM. So there is an intersection point. I will call it as O. So I have, that is not marked in the figure there, but I have said the two diagonals are intersecting at O. So there are some parts made. This is 20, SO is 20, and the other one is Y plus 7. Now here also it is told it is a parallelogram. So the opposite sides are already equal and parallel. But here the sides are not given to me, the diagonals are given. So I have to use the properties of the diagonals of a parallelogram. What do you know about the diagonals of a parallelogram? Just now we have discussed. What can you say about
They're
the
not
diagonals
equal.
of a parallelogram?
Diagonals of a parallelogram are unequal.
Unequal also.
But bisect each other.
They are going to bisect each other. What do you mean by bisecting? This point of intersection will make both the diagonals into two equal halves. That means this SO will be equal to OU and your RO will be equal to ON. Alright? That's what you mean by bisection. This line or this diagonal SU will make two halves of RM, and RM will divide SU into two equal halves. Alright? So since RU and S is a parallelogram, I can say SO will be equal to OU and RO will be equal to ON. The reason, diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. So now again you go and substitute your 20, which is SO, will become Y plus 7. Or when you transpose the 7 there, 20 minus 7 becomes Y, or your Y is equal to 14. Alright. Similarly, when you take the other pair of parts of the diagonals, that is your RO is 16 is equal to X plus Y. So here I have two variables. What to do? How do I get both the variables there? One the variable is there, I know how to solve, but I have both X and Y. How do I solve?
Ma'am, we have got
Already
y
Y
is
we have
value
found
here,
out
ma'am.
as 14. Alright. So from here you get the value of Y, which is the variable, as 14. So substitute it there. Now 16 will become X plus 14. From where did I get the 14? I already have solved to find the value of Y as 14. Now transpose the 14 here. 16 minus 14 becomes X, or your X is equal to 2. So that's it. This is how you solve your problems on properties of parallelogram. This is the problem that I want to discuss with you. A few more slightly difficult ones I think in the video I have discussed. Please make a note of all those problems also in your classwork. And then page number 55, your exercise 3.4, state true or false. Those are very good statements actually. They mean a lot. So please read those statements. State true or false, it is said. So when you read the statement and try to understand, you will be recalling all the properties of all the different varieties of parallelograms, or maybe varieties of quadrilaterals
Ma'am?
generally. Yeah.
Ma'am, in this question, ma'am, for why the value should be 13, ma'am.
What happened? Okay, sorry.
Ma'am,
Oh,
20,
okay,
ma'am.
yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Good, somebody is looking. So there also it changes. Sorry, my dear. I have seen it as a 6 maybe. Good. All right. So when you read those statements, I'm talking about exercise 3.4. There are some 8 statements. All of them are very nicely written ones. Because when you really want to say whether they are true or false, you have to recall all the properties and say. I'm also going to add one more point there. Simply saying true or false is not enough. If it is a true statement, fine. You can say it is true. But when you falsify or when you say something is false, you should be able to write the correct statement also. So complete that. That will say we have gone through the quadrilaterals for this class 8. We will start with the practical geometry after the vacation. Please complete all the notes, complete all the activities that I have assigned to you so far. I will keep both the quizzes open till Sunday evening. Please complete that also. All right, I'm running short
Okay,
of time.
ma'am.
So it is a bye from
Okay,
here.
ma'am.
Please watch this video later on. I'll send the recording to you. Bye. See you after the vacation.